Hey there guys, this is Jerry. I hope you're well. So today I am going to share with you my views on healing, sex and time. May sound like a strange combination, and when we go through this today, if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, then that's probably all the more reason that you should be listening to this. If sex makes you feel uncomfortable, which it does for a lot of people, because we've been taught that sex is something that happens in the bedroom behind closed doors and we shouldn't be talking about it. If it makes you feel a bit uneasy, then listen to it. If you feel like turning this video off, that's all the more reason you should listen to it and stay with it. What we're going to do today is I'm going to discuss a few things with you, take you on a healing meditation geared around sex, and take you out of your comfort zone a little bit, possibly, maybe, and at the same time show you how you feel about certain situations. You see, we've been, as a species, as a race, as the human race, for many years, we've been led to believe that adultery is something that is bad. We shouldn't commit adultery. But do you know what adultery is? Adultery is a separation mechanism. You see, if you get involved in a relationship with your wife, your husband, your partner, whoever it is, and they go off and have sex with somebody else, even kiss another man or woman, how are you going to feel about that? Most people on this planet would feel hurt, would feel betrayed, because they've been taught that adultery is bad. But if you break this down and you look at this and you dissect this, what is actually happening when you go into this deeply? I want to ask you a question. How can another human being, how can another spiritual being having a human experience be owned? That isn't right. So, if you get involved with another man or another woman, and they go off and they sleep with somebody else, you can only feel bad if you feel that you own them, if they're your possession, but you don't own them. You're just having an experience with them. And as soon as you can realize this, you won't feel any pain in any relationship, whatever happens. Whether they go off and sleep with someone else or not, whether they say certain things to you, whether you argue, whatever happens. You can only feel bad when you feel that they should be a certain way and that you can own them. As soon as you realize that the other person in the relationship is just another aspect of you, another aspect of this energy source that creates everything, God, Spirit, the universe, this infinite intelligence, there is no pain. Because they're just an expression of this substance, this energy, just like you are. And you're just expressing in different ways. When a firework shoots up into the air, one spark goes this way and one spark goes that way, there's different colours. But do you think the sparks are up in the air, moaning at each other for not doing the same things? No. They just express themselves and then they fizzle back into infinite space. Why would you not want to do the same as a human being? Living, breathing, being in infinite space, because that's all you are. You're hovering on this blue and green bubble that we call Earth, which is made of nothing but space. A little bit of something else, but it comprises mostly of space, light, energy, love. When you think back to the days of, free sex and love, back in the 60s, when everyone was going around loving each other, having sex with each other, it was just a kind of a free-for-all. And that kind of got stamped out and suppressed. It was deemed as bad. AIDS came into the mix from somewhere, who knows. And maybe it was man-made, I don't know. Just putting it out there. But this free sex business, that is the way it should be. We should just be going around, if we're attracted to somebody and they're attracted to us, why not have sex with them? Why not? If your partner is attracted to another man or a woman and they wanted to have sex with them, why not go off and do that? Why not allow them and just be happy that they're having a great time? This marriage business is too much. It's got to stop. Marriage is dangerous. As soon as you get married, you engage in something that creates a situation where you see the other human being as your possession, as yours, my wife, my husband, my daughter. They're not your anything. They're just there, having this experience with you, to teach you and for you to teach them on this human journey. So the quicker you get your head around that, the better. Time is the other thing. Time and measurement cause pain. Why do time and measurement cause pain? Time and measurement cause pain because of fear. Time and measurement cause fear. Because what happens when you bring time and measurement into the equation, you create comparison. There's a difference between him and him. Her and her, or him and her. Okay? This person's got this much money and this person's got this much money. This person's really thin and that person's really fat. Whatever it is that's going on inside of people's heads, okay, they compare. Well, yesterday I felt great, and the day before that I felt even better, so now I'm worse. Why not just be in the moment always? Live and be in every single moment. Enjoy every single moment. Go with the flow. Be like water. Like Bruce Lee said, you can put water into a teapot and it becomes the teapot. You put water into a glass or a cup, it becomes the cup or the glass. Water can flow or water can crash. Be like water, my friends. Be like water. When you're like water and you're ebbing and flowing, like the tides coming in and out of the shore, like the water flowing down a river, you don't feel any pain. But the problem is, we see our husbands or our wives or our partners as our possessions, and we have this thing called time, this thing called comparison, and all of this generates fear. So we need to live in the moment and know that everybody that's in our life is there to just have an experience with us. Nothing more, nothing less, just an experience. Free love. Bring it back. That's what I say. Now I'm going to take you through a meditation now, or a guided visualization, and at the same time I'm going to be sending out healing energies to you, so you can soak those up at the same time. This may be a little bit awkward for you. Maybe you're totally comfortable with what we're about to do. But you know what? I like to chuck this stuff out there because it challenges you. It tests you. And if you watch this video and you think, I can't believe Jerry's talking about sex, blah blah blah, I'm going to unsubscribe from his mailing list, I'm not going to watch his YouTube channel again. As I said before, that is all the more reason to continue watching. I mean, people don't like talking about sex. I mean, it's like the word fuck. Okay? People think the word fuck is bad. Do you know where the word fuck comes from? It comes from the Irish word feck. And feck actually means word. Feck is the Irish word for word. And it's a very powerful word. It carries a lot of powerful energy. And so it's been deemed for a long time to be kind of derogatory. Like, fuck you, fuck him, I'm fucking her. You know, however you want to express yourself with the word fuck. But it's not a bad word. I mean, it's like the 13 signs in the zodiac. There's really 13, but people will tell you there's 12. There's actually 13 months in the calendar, but the church changed it to 12. You know, you've got to look deep. You've got to look beyond what is on the surface. You've got to go down, you've got to go in, you've got to go in here and find out all the answers. Don't believe everything that you see, everything that you read in this crazy, illusory, material world of form. Because you're just going to be lied to, left, right and centre. So go beyond what you see. Realise that fuck is not a bad word. Okay? It's a powerful word. Just use it wisely. I mean, I could go on forever, okay, and talk about all the illusory constructs that have been created to steer you away from what is true and real. I mean, it's like Friday the 13th. People say Friday the 13th is bad. Why is Friday the 13th bad? Maybe Friday the 13th is good and powerful, but it's another excuse to make you turn away from the number 13. Oh no, unlucky number 13. Actually, it's lucky number 13. But you've got to get your head around this stuff, because you've been conditioned for a number of years to believe certain things. And that's another reason that I say go beyond belief systems. Come to a place of feeling, a place of knowing. Knowing your heart, knowing the true essence that you are, this magnificent being of lights, created from light and sound codes. That's what you are. You're beautiful, my friend. Truly beautiful. You are love. So, I want you to close your eyes and take a few nice long deep breaths and just come on this little journey with me. And if you find it tough, just go through it anyway. You might find this really enjoyable. I know some of you are going to find this really enjoyable, okay? And you'll probably want to listen to this several times, okay? And if you don't find this as enjoyable and you find it a bit more challenging, that's cool too. That's probably actually even better. You are the one that needs to watch this the most, listen to this the most, and do this the most. So take a nice few long deep breaths all the way down to the pit of your stomach, and then let those breaths out nice and slowly. And I want you to see in front of you a door, a large wooden door. And when you're ready, I want you to walk up to that door. You can either open it and walk through, or you can just move on through it. Okay, because you're consciousness. You don't need to open doors to walk through them. You can just move on through. And once you're on the other side, you're going to see a small path. Start to walk down that path, and it's going to take you down towards a small lake. A small lake surrounded by grass, really short, flat grass. The sun's beating down, there's trees all around, and the water is as silky as ice. Just go and sit down by the side of that lake and just relax and continue to breathe. Feel the sun warming your face, warming your body, and just relax on the ground. Soak up this environment. And then I want you to see, coming into this space, out from behind the trees and round the other side of this lake, is someone that you love. Maybe it's someone you're in a relationship with at the moment. Maybe it's someone that you'd like to be in a relationship with. Or maybe it's someone that you used to be in a relationship with that you wish you still were. It doesn't matter. See this man or this woman walk around the lake with a great big smile on their face and come towards you. As they get closer, they kneel down onto the ground, and you look into each other's eyes and you get lost. Their eyes, your eyes are like pools of love. And you stare into each other's eyes, you reach towards each other and you pull yourselves closer. And you start to kiss. You rub each other's bodies, you stroke each other's arms, you run your hands through each other's hair, and every now and again you stop kissing, pull back a centimetre or two, and again look into each other's eyes. You get lost. It's mystical, it's magical. You can see straight into their hearts, way down deep into the depths of each other's souls, and you know you are one. There's no separation. You and this other human being are different aspects of the same source, coming together for a moment to enjoy. You continue to kiss and you rub each other's bodies. And you slowly take each other's tops off. You undress each other. You gently kiss each other's bodies. You kiss her neck, his neck. You run your nails up and down each other's backs. And you feel at peace. You know in this moment that both of you are just unconditional love. Both of you are God, intelligence, spirit, in this human form, playing this game, having fun, having an experience together. By this lake, with the sun beating down, with your naked bodies rubbing and caressing each other. Let your imagination go wild. Do whatever you want to do with this other person, with this other human being. Play with each other. Make love to each other. Roll around with each other. Do whatever you both want. And stop every now and again to smile at each other. Look into each other's eyes. Rub each other's legs, bums. Play with each other's genitals. Whatever you want to do. Kiss each other all over. Have fun and explore each other's bodies fully, unconditionally, and love each other with your hearts. Open your hearts. Open your heart chakra and feel it merge with your partner's heart chakra, with this other human being. Blend into each other as one unified field of source energy, of love, of light. Unconditional compassion. You may want to whisper into his or her ear, or maybe you'll just think it. Use telepathy. They'll know exactly what you're feeling, and vice versa. Explore each other's bodies. Rub her breasts or rub his chest. Kiss each other all over. Make love and enjoy every single moment. We're going to spend another minute in this space whilst you're making love with this incredible human being. As you're doing this, I'm going to continue to send healing energies towards you, love lights, unconditionally. Allow your bodies to vibrate in a frenzy as this energy penetrates you, as your heart chakras merge even more into one, as your bodies rub, as you roll around on the grass with the sun beating down on you, enjoying this moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, as all these moments just roll into one. As you build up together to the climax, to have an orgasm, as the rhythm of your bodies moves in tandem, as you build up and you build up and you build up, and you feel that point of climax. It's getting closer and closer, and when you're ready, you explode in absolute, complete ecstasy. Your bodies vibrate, your frequency shifts, and you totally blend in together as one unified field of loving energy, hovering in infinite space. There's white light pouring into you from all angles, 360 degrees all around. You collapse into each other's arms and you stare into each other's eyes and you smile. You say thank you. You cuddle for a little while longer, and then this other human being has to go back to their life to carry on doing what they were doing. You get dressed, you put your clothes back on, you embrace each other one more time, you give each other an almighty cuddle, and off he or she goes, back around the lake, back into the woods, into the forest, back to where he or she came from. And you lay there on the grass, enjoying this space, soaking up this energy. Sexual energy is so powerful. Now what's going to happen is you're going to stand up and you're going to start to walk around the lake in the direction this other human being went. As you walk around the lake, you start to walk into the forest. And you can see a tunnel. There's a doorway leading into the tunnel. It's like a corridor, a long corridor. You move through that door and down the corridor. And as you get about 20 to 30 meters down, you see on the right hand side a door. You open the door and you end up back in your house. You walk inside your house and you can hear some noise. You can hear some laughter, some giggling. And you didn't think that anyone was home. You walk through the house and you realise that this noise is coming from the bedroom. You can hear your husband, your wife or your partner's voice, but you can also hear the voice of somebody else as well. You start to have a feeling inside of your belly that something isn't right. You make your way to the bedroom, you take a deep breath and you open the door. And you see your partner, your husband or your wife, with another man or woman, in the bed making love. How does that make you feel? Remember, she's a human being having a spiritual experience the same as you. You don't own him or her. They're there to show you, to teach you, to help you remember who you truly are at source. And who you truly are at source is a spiritual being having a human experience. I want you to smile. Open your heart and pour unconditional loving energy from your heart into that space and all over these beings in front of you. Smile and walk away. Close the door behind you and know that this man or woman has just given you an experience to show you that you can't see any other man or woman as a material possession. You do not own them. They do not own you. You are living in this space, having a blast, having fun, having a whole myriad of different experiences. And you're learning valuable lessons along the way. And each one of these lessons acts as a guidepost or a signpost. And those signposts point you in one direction. That is the direction of your heart, which then leads you in the direction of your spirit, your soul, which then leads you in the direction of oneness, of unity, of compassion, of togetherness, of love. You realize that you're a piece of a puzzle, but not a fragmented piece. You're a piece of a puzzle that isn't separate. You're a piece of a puzzle. You're a piece of the whole. You're a piece of everything. And by being everything, you're certainly not a piece. You are everything. You are love. You are ecstasy. You are energy. You are light. You are frequency. We need to transcend time. We need to transcend measurements. And by doing so, we'll transcend fear, because there will be no comparison. We'll be happy living in the moments with no possessions. Happy, contented, living life, loving life. I want you to walk back down that corridor, back through the door, back into the forest, and make your way back down to the lake. Once you make your way back round to the other side, where you made love to that beautiful human being, you're going to see a blue crystal sphere hovering a metre or so off the ground. I want you to make your way towards that crystal sphere. It's an electric blue colour. When you get there, I want you to hop inside and sit inside of this sphere. Once you're inside, I want you to say thank you in advance for what's about to happen. Once you're inside, you're going to notice that this electric blue sphere starts to charge with a frequency that you've never felt before. Like electrical pulses rippling all around the outside of this electric blue sphere. It starts to vibrate faster and faster, and this electrical current starts to flow through it at a high vibratory rate. A completely unique frequency. And you can feel it as this blue electric sphere starts to fill up. It starts to fill up with blue light. It's ever such a faint electric blue. You can hardly see it. And it starts to move throughout your being, throughout your light body. And you start to vibrate faster and faster. And as it moves through you, you can feel a sense of peace come over you. You realize in this moment that everyone in your life is there just to teach you, to help you realize who you are, to help you find your feet in this crazy jungle reality that we call life. All belief systems to do with marriage, to do with owning your partner and not allowing them to express themselves and be free in any which way they want, falls away. You can see a black, stagnant energy fall away from your being and turn into light, into ecstasy, into positivity, and float off into the ether to be used for good wherever needed. This blue crystal electric ball starts to move up into the sky. It moves you up beyond the trees and it starts to take you up. It starts to take you up into the atmosphere, into space. You start to move out of the atmosphere and towards the stars. And you look around and you notice in the sky that there is one star that is shining ever so brightly. Your electric blue sphere starts to hone in on it. It moves towards it. The star gets brighter and brighter. And before you know it, your electrical blue sphere penetrates the middle of this star in space. And you end up plumb in the center. And this star feeds an energy into your human brain with an electrical charge that you've never experienced. You start to vibrate, you start to shudder, your entire body starts to move, your arms and your hands start to vibrate and shake as you're penetrated with divinity from this extraterrestrial light source. This star seed, this star activation code is changing you, uplifting you. Your levels of consciousness are expanding. Your frequency is upgrading. Just sit there and be penetrated. Enjoy this space for a minute or so. If you feel you can absorb more light, just ask for the frequency upgrade for this download of light to speed up. If your brain feels like there's pressure, you can always ask for it to slow down. You call the shots. You're going to notice coming into your space is a beautiful unicorn. She moves inside of this star. And then your electric blue bubble starts to expand. It starts to grow. It grows large enough to engulf your unicorn, and you end up sitting on top of her back. You lay there with your arms around her neck, feeling the power of this incredible ninth dimensional being. She's come to carry you home. The download stops and you thank the star. It smiles and winks at you. And then you start to move back through space. You and your unicorn inside this electric blue bubble. You move through the stars past the planets, back down towards Earth. You're in ecstasy right now, connected to everything. The unified field of love that nurtures and caresses this universe and the 5 local universes beyond this one, and the galaxies and universes beyond that. Everything is one, everything is connected, everything is consciousness. You and the unicorn, you and the stars, you and the planets, you and Earth, your home, are one. You start to float back down towards the atmosphere, and you move back from space down into the blue skies of planet Earth. You move through the clouds, slowly coming down gracefully on this powerful unicorn, back down towards the trees and the forests. You see the lake and you move back down towards it, and you land softly. Your blue sphere disappears. You slide off your unicorn's back and you embrace her. She takes a step back and she places her horn inside your heart chakra, and she penetrates you with divinity, with unconditional love from the higher dimensions, higher frequencies, frequencies not of this world. You have just connected to the unicorn energy, to the star frequency, and you've just downloaded an incredible blueprint. You give your unicorn a huge cuddle. She smiles at you and lets you know that if you ever want to call upon her, she will be there for you. You just have to ask, and she will be there in a heartbeat. Before you've even thought of it, she will be there by your side, ready to nurture you, ready to guide you. She walks back off into the forest, and you walk back to where you came from, back towards that first door you came through, and you move back through. You see the chair or the space that you're sitting or you're lying in, and you move back down towards it. You sit back down, you lie back down, and you start to integrate your energy with your body. You start to feel your knees, your elbows, your fingers and your toes. You move your lips. You touch your face. You can feel your chest and your spine. You wiggle your fingers and your toes a little bit more. And you can feel this new vibration, this new frequency settling inside of your body. When you're ready, we're going to count from 3 back to 0. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into this space. 3, 2, 1, 0. Take your time, open your eyes, and come back into this space with me. And feel your body. Feel your hands. How do they feel right now? Observe yourself. Feel yourself fully and unconditionally. Feel the love in your heart. Embrace your being. Embrace who you truly are. You are magnificent. You are spirit. You are essence. You are love. I cannot tell you enough how much I love you. With my heart, with my soul, with every fibre of my entire being. Sit in this space, enjoy this space, watch this video as often as you can. I recommend you watch this every day for the next 11 days. Don't take a break. If you want to watch it more than once, then do so. And if you feel like you want to continue past the 11 days, then do so. Soak up these energies, connect to these stars, to these 9th dimensional beings, and most importantly, connect with yourself. because you, my friends, are everything else. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel now. Share these videos with your friends, with your family, on social media. Together, as a team, we can make this world a better place. We can ensure that the planet's resources are shared equally between all men, women and children. We all contain the power within us to do so. I love you infinitely, unconditionally, with my heart and soul. I'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you so much.